it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something totally out of my comfort zone and something I have never, ever done. I never thought I would do it, but you guys have been asking for it for years, and today I'm going to be sharing a get ready with me video. I wanted to do it for you guys because you guys have been asking, and I have told you over the years I would do it eventually. So today is eventually. So I'm actually going to be filming other videos today. So I figured I would get ready today, since I have to film anyway. I would get ready to film, but I would also film me getting ready to film for you guys to see. So this is pretty much a typical makeup look day, and the lip kind of thing is more of a fall winter look, but the eyeshadow is pretty much how I wear it pretty much every day, unless I'm in a super duper hurry and like literally don't have any time. Then I'll do like mascara and maybe one color, but otherwise this is pretty much my typical everyday look. It's really simple, pretty quick. So if you guys want to see how I do my face makeup, and I also did my hair in today's video, if you want to see how I do my hair, then stay tuned. Okay, so I've got clean hair. I washed my hair last night and blew it out with the hair dryer just to try to get the wave out. I've got a lot of natural wave, especially right here. So it's going to be done too, and I just went ahead and plugged up my curling iron. This is a Hot Tools 1.5 inch barrel curling iron I have had for literally over 15 years. So I'm going to let that be warming up while I get ready. So I pull my hair back just because I don't want to get any makeup in it. So I'm going to pull all that back, and I've already brushed my teeth too. That's something else obviously I'm going to do when I get ready, but I didn't figure that you guys wanted to see me spit. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some Aquaphor lip repair also because my lips are really dry. So the first thing I do to get ready is my moisturizer slash sunscreen. I use the CeraVe SPF 30 facial moisturizing lotion. They have an AM and a PM version. This one's the AM because it has sunscreen. Every single day you should wear sunscreen. Whether it's cloudy or sunny or rainy, you should still wear sunscreen. It's just a good habit to get into. That way, you know, you're not forgetting some days because it's not a habit. You just go ahead and do it every day, and that way you know that it's on there. Okay, and so then my new favorite concealer. Now I do really like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. As you can see, this one's almost gone, and this is like my 5th one. I love this stuff as an under eye concealer, but I've actually found something better. This one's kind of gross and dirty because it's getting near the end of its life. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This came in like a little free kit of some sort. So what I'm going to do, and this is something new, I've been putting it on before my foundation instead of after. So I'll put some right here where I get dark circles, and then anywhere that I have a blemish. So I tend to break out right here. So I just kind of put a big line. I mean, this stuff is amazing. It covers everything. It doesn't make you cakey. And I don't feel like it makes me look extra dry or wrinkly underneath my eyes, which is amazing. Now I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I'm just going to get it wet. And then I just use a washcloth to kind of squeeze out any extra water, because you don't want it to be like soaking wet. You really just want it to be damp. So I'm squeezing that pretty hard. I kind of go between foundations. What I really like, and especially when it's a little bit drier, is the Rimmel Lasting Finish with Comfort Serum. I really love this stuff. I've got like 4 bottles extra just when this one runs out. I put some foundation on my hand, and now I'm just going in and blending it all in, covering up that concealer, going over my eyelids. And one thing I'll say about concealer too, if you're covering up dark circles, and your dark circles don't go all the way under your eye, then don't put concealer under your eye anywhere that you don't have to, because that's just going to add extra product and can tend to settle into fine lines and wrinkles. So if you're not covering up stuff over here, don't put concealer over there. Just put it, you know, where you need it, which is usually kind of in the inner corner. This foundation is really comfortable. It's really good. I like it in the summer too, but I feel like it's really breathable and a little bit more moisturizing than a lot of foundations, so it's good in the winter when I tend to get dry. Now I'm just going to set everything. So I actually am using a couple things for that. I normally use the e.l.f., what's it called? It's like the HD translucent under eye powder. I usually use this to set my under eye makeup, but I've actually found something I like better, which unfortunately is just a sample, but it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. So it's a little, this is just a sample, but it's a white powder that I use just to set my under eye makeup. So, and I have found, even though I love the e.l.f. one, I have found that this one settles into lines and wrinkles even less than the e.l.f. one does. So I don't know when this runs out if I will buy the full size just to use under my eyes, because I don't know, that seems like a lot of powder just for one small area. And I really don't like the way it feels on my face. That's kind of strange. Like on my whole face, it feels kind of dry, but under my eyes, it doesn't bother me, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics tapered brush and my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten, which looks like this. You can use this as a foundation if you want really just kind of light coverage. I use it as a setting powder, so it'll go ahead and kind of hide anything you may have missed with your foundation or concealer, and it sets my foundation so that it lasts all day. So this is my blush tray. I tend to use the same ones over and over, as I feel like most people do. Today I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Savored. I've used it quite a bit, as you can see, and I just have a Sigma tapered blush brush. I'm going to look at this mirror to do this. I don't really do like the smile thing exactly, but I mean, you know, obviously I'm putting it kind of on the apples of my cheeks and back a little bit. I have kind of bigger cheeks, a bigger upper face kind of area, so I try not to put too much, especially on the apples of my cheeks, because that just makes my face look fuller. I don't want it to look fuller. And I'm going to go ahead and use a highlighter today because I am going to be filming today, and I don't use a highlighter every single day, but when I'm filming or if it's like a church day or something, sometimes I do. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Soft Lights Shimmer, just a little bit on top of my cheekbone. So that is everything I do standing up. I have since kind of revamped my makeup situation. I did a video about it actually a while ago, and I'll try to remember to link it for you guys. That's what I do standing up because I need access to the water in the sink. Now I'm going to switch you guys to a different angle, and I'm going to sit down in my little makeup stool and do my eyeshadow, my contacts, and my eyebrows and all that stuff. So, okay, so you are literally sitting in my sink right now. I tend to do the same look a lot, and something that's a really easy look for me that I do a lot in my daily life, and then when I film, I'm going to show you. It's just a couple colors, and pretty quick and pretty easy. But you can really kind of replicate this look with a bunch of different colors. First thing I'm going to use is my new favorite. It is the Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Cloud. I have got now 2 or 3 of these, and I've got another one kind of as a backup just in case when this one runs out, because they do kind of run out pretty quickly. But I love this. It's good when you want to wear it just by itself. It's really good when you have time to put it on and then layer some other things around it, which is what I'm going to do today. And it's what I wear a lot when I film because I like the way that it catches the light. So it's just a little sponge tip applicator. And I've got my little mirror down here that I got at Costco a couple years ago, and it's got like a regular mirror and then a magnified mirror on the other side. So I love that. But basically, just put that in. I try to keep it towards the center of my eye because I don't want to get too much shimmer in my crease, and I use air quotes because I don't really have a crease. But I don't want to go too far up or too far over, just because I am going to be filling that in with a different shadow, and at my age, when you use too much shimmer in the wrong places, it can just emphasize crepiness. Now I say at my age like I'm an old lady, but you know what I mean. Like I am noticing the beginning stages of older eyes and older skin, and it does change the texture of your eyelids. And so when you wear something super duper shimmery and you put it in the wrong place, it can really just emphasize wrinkles or crepiness or anything like that. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to keep it fairly, you know, towards the inside and right on the the eyeball part. And I actually use 2 coats, so it'd be extra pigmented. Now I'm going to use the Smashbox eyeshadow in Minx, and I'm going to use this kind of tapered dome brush to work it into my outer corner. Now, like I said, I've said before in other videos that I do have very small set eyes, and they are somewhat hooded. So I have to do my eyeshadow a little differently, and I have to do it differently than I used to, because like I said, you know, I am getting older, so they are getting more hooded as I get older. So I've really kind of had to reteach myself how to put on eyeshadow as my eyes have aged, and I'm sure in a few more years I will have to do it again. But as a rule of thumb, if you have hooded eyes, you want to keep most of your dark shadows on the outside. And I actually work in somewhat of a triangle. So an outer point here and then down to make a triangle. It's going to look a little bit crazy right now until I blend it. But I'm really focusing on keeping the bulk of the color and the weight of the eyeshadow towards the outside. If you start coming in too much, it's going to make your eyes look even more closed and more hooded, so I don't want that. Just like our bodies, our eyes a lot of times will have inconsistencies too, like one will be bigger than the other, one may be shaped a little bit differently than the other, and so you kind of have to do each eye, you know, you have to kind of change sometimes what you do on one eye versus the other to make it even. I just really love this shadow, but you could use any color on the outside. So I'm going to leave that there for now, and I'm going to go in with my Revolution shadow palette. I love this palette. This one's the Flawless Matte palette, and I really like this because everything is matte. So I've got lots of different colors to pick from. I got this for like $9 on sale at Ulta. I'm going to go in with this flat shader brush from Sigma, which is very dirty. I'm going to pick kind of this more lighter kind of brown, and I'm going to use it and take from right here where I left off with the dark color and kind of pull a little bit in, not all the way in, about halfway in, because I'm really trying to blend that darker color so it's not quite as stark. You know, you don't want it like just stopping right in the middle of your eye. So, and I'm going to blend everything together when I get done, so it'll look even more blended when I get done. But same thing on the other eye, just pulling that a little bit towards the inside, kind of blending it out. Blending it without taking away too much of your outer color. Now I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush from Sigma and kind of blend all that together and see what it looks like. And sometimes I have to go back in. Sometimes I blended too much. Sometimes my triangles are a little off center or crooked, or one's bigger than the other. So I always have to kind of look, and I like to look in two different mirrors. I like to look in this one, and I like to look in that one that's behind this, so it's like I can look straight ahead at myself and see, you know, when somebody else is looking at me, is everything where it's supposed to be. I feel like YouTube has really helped me in my beauty game, because when I first started YouTube, I didn't do anything with my eyebrows. They were all crazy, and one was bigger than the other, like naturally. There was one was more bald than the other and had a bald spot, and it was a mess. Okay, so that looks pretty even to me. So now I'm going to go in with just this matte kind of cream color and put it here at the top of everything, just right underneath the eyebrow, just to give it a little bit of lift. The next comes eyeliner. I use, and I have used for years, the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. Now this one is the retractable one. They do have a sharpenable one. I don't like as much because it tends to get really sharp, and it's got like wood, and so it almost cuts you if it gets too sharp, like the wood gets too sharp. So I really like this one, and I do something bad, and this is bad, but because I do have small set eyes and I do have somewhat of a hooded eye, I have to pull my eyelid flat, like straight now, to put on a very, very thin line close to my eyeshadow, or like to my eyelashes. I used to not do that when I was younger, but I have to do it now, and if you don't have to do this to put on eyeliner, then don't, because it's just going to add more wrinkles as time goes on, you know, pulling every day. But I kind of have to now, because I do have a hard time, like, you can kind of see how my lid kind of folds over when I relax my eye, and it makes it really hard to put on eyeliner, and it makes it like jumpy. So I kind of have to pull it, and that gives me the ability to put in a really thin, straight line. And I had to come out a little bit and up. I've been flicking it up lately, not necessarily like a true, I mean, I guess it's a wing, but it's not like, I'm not doing it to have a fashion wing. I don't want to be like trendy. I'm doing it to try to make my eyes more lifted. Now, if I wasn't talking to you guys, I would be watching YouTube videos right now. Getting ready in the morning is about the only time I have to watch YouTube videos, unless I make my kids watch them with me, and they don't usually like to watch cleaning videos and things like that. I mean, I don't always watch cleaning videos, but they usually don't want to watch YouTube videos. But if I wasn't talking to you guys, I would probably be watching Till Vacuum Do His Part. Her name is Ashley, and I love her channel. I also really like, who else do I like? I'm trying to think of who I watch. Keep Calm and Clean, I watch her videos. I'm trying to think of who else I watch. Kendra Adkins, I love her channel. I've been watching her since before her and Andrew got married, and now they have twins, and then now she's pregnant again, so I love her channel. Love Jam Beauty 89, Jessica Braun. She just changed her channel name like 2 years ago, but I love her channel and her husband's channel, Tyler Travels TV. I watch them a lot. Now I've got to put my contacts in. I go ahead and put on all my eye makeup except for mascara. And then I put my contacts in. So while my eyes are kind of adjusting to the contacts and the eye drops, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. So I have my eyebrow brush here. It's a Real Techniques one. It's nothing fancy. And I just kind of brush my eyebrows where they're supposed to be. And I am using, and I have been using for a while, the, what is it? Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo. So it's got powder on one end and a pencil on the other. Now before I wasn't using the powder at all, but now I've been using it a lot more lately because I feel like, especially in videos, for some reason it emphasizes my eyebrows and makes them look a lot darker than they do in real life. I guess it's the lighting. So I felt like when I was using all pencil, it was making them look even more like intense. And I don't want them to look just like, here's Becky's eyebrows. You know, I want them to be filled in and everything, but I want them to look natural. Try to keep it light. It's really hard to be light-handed, I feel like, with an eyebrow. And eyebrows are the same as eyes. They are not symmetrical. So unless you are just like a rare species or you are like perfect at grooming them, they're for the most part not going to be exactly perfect. They're not going to exactly match. I actually have a scar in one of my eyebrows too, so that makes one a little bit shaped differently than the other. I also like to use a Q-tip and kind of go through and blend just to make sure I don't have any harsh lines. But yeah, the scar in my eyebrow, it's in, which eye is it in? I don't know. It's in one of them. I can't see it right now. There's so many lights in here, but it makes them shape a little differently too. Okay, I feel like that's pretty even. I'm gonna go ahead and set that with, this is not brow gel, it's just the CoverGirl Clear Mascara, but I really like it and use it as a brow gel. Now that my contacts are kind of feeling normal, I'm gonna go back in with the Rimmel eyeliner and I kind of do my waterline, my upper waterline. It definitely takes some getting used to stick an eyeliner in your eye. And I don't use liquid eyeliner every single day, but since today's a filming day, I'm especially going to use it. And I'm loving the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. I shared this in a haul video. It's like $3. It's a little chubby pen, so it really is easy to hold and get a good controlled line. And I like the tip on it. The only thing is I wish it was waterproof. It's not. I don't have any issues with it wearing off in normal life. But if you were crying or sweating excessively or swimming, then it may come off. I haven't done it and worn it in any of those situations, so I don't know. But I just go in over top kind of that black line I did earlier and flicking it up a little bit. My favorite mascara, and this one I'm getting ready to throw away, and I just got a new one, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I love it. It's a great mascara. It's super dark. It lasts all day, even the not waterproof. I don't wear the waterproof, and I still can hardly get it off at night. And I, again, have to do this horrible thing with my eyebrow, or my forehead, because, again, having very small set eyes, I can't get to my eyelashes without going like this. So that's making forehead wrinkles. But it's really the only way I can get all the way to the root of my lashes like you need to get mascara on. So I don't know. Oh, you know what I forgot? This is what happens when you talk. I forgot my under eye. Instead of using eyeliner, I use an eye crayon. This is the Sephora Jumbo Crayon 12-hour and waterproof. The color is Dark Taupe Shimmer. It's pretty well loved, but I actually use that underneath my eye instead of eyeliner because it is brown, so it's not quite as stark as my black eyeliner would be, and it gives you a little bit of a smokier line, not quite as harsh. Now I can put mascara on the bottom. I knew I was forgetting something. There. So that is the eye makeup. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. Let's see, since I'm filming today, I should probably do a little bit of a more dramatic lip. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna use clear lip liner. This is the Rimmel Moisture Renew Clear Lip Liner. So basically, if you don't have a lip liner that matches your lipstick, a clear lip liner still gives you that barrier to keep your lipstick on your lips. But you don't have to worry about it matching your lip color. I'm actually gonna do, this is the Petunia Revlon Ultra HD lipstick, but it has to be put on with a lip brush because Revlon apparently thinks that we have round lips and they made their lipsticks round, and when you try to put it on your Cupid's bow, it looks ridiculous. I'm gonna use a lip brush. This is just a Real Techniques lip brush. I want to say about filming in lights. I've had comments over the years where people have made comments of how often I blink. Like, I don't know why that bothers those people, but there are a couple reasons for that, and I guess I'll talk about them today since I'm sitting here. The first thing is, when you're filming, you are usually facing lights. You're facing a bright natural light, you are facing a ring light or box light, so you've got a lot of lights shining in your face. Those lights are bright for a reason, and it makes it shine in your face. So what happens when bright light shines in your face? You're gonna blink. Also, I do have contacts, and my eyes are pretty sensitive. Me and contacts don't exactly get along, but I don't want to wear glasses all the time, so when I wear my contacts, I have to blink a lot more often because sometimes the contacts hurt or they get dry really, really quickly on me, and so I have to blink a lot to keep them wet. So that's another reason why I have to blink a lot. So if you have noticed that I blink a lot, that is why. Okay, so now that my face is done, my lips are done, I'm going to do my hair next, and so I'm going to move the camera again, and I'll do my hair with you guys. Here, I'm going to go ahead and leave this little top clip up here because it's holding back like my front shorter layers, and I do those last. So I'm going to leave that clipped up for now. I just start taking sections and putting them on the, I was gonna do it right. So on this side, I curl towards my face. So just simple, kind of holding the curling iron vertically. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but curling away from my face. If you can see me, yeah. Can you guys see? Where am I? I'm trying to find, there we go. So just kind of loose, nothing terribly curly or anything, but kind of some movement to it. Now I'm going to do the front. I do the same thing with the front that I did on the other part. So on this side, I go towards my face with this little piece. It kind of goes like that. And then on this side, I go away from my face just like I did with the rest of my hair. I'm really surprised I haven't burned myself yet looking between you guys and the mirror. Kind of surprised I haven't. That's pretty much everything. This is how it's gonna look when I change clothes and go in there to film for you guys. Another super important part of getting ready every single day is my deodorant. I've talked to you guys before about Native deodorant and how much I love them. They have tons of different scents to choose from, and they are really good for you. There's no aluminum, no parabens, and it's made with ingredients that you can actually pronounce, and it really, really works. I've tried tons of different natural deodorants, and they never worked for me. This one actually works. It's got good ingredients like baking soda and shea butter and vitamin E, and it's just amazing. And I even have my girls using it because I really feel that strongly that it is safe yet effective for me, and it's safe and effective for them. So they have men's fragrances as well, or you can just do unscented if your husband or boyfriend wants to try it. Maybe they don't want some of the scents that they have, even though I think that's the fun part about Native is all the fun scents. They do have unscented for men and women, and they also have a sensitive formula. So definitely try it out. I have a coupon code for you in the description box for 10% off, and they have free returns. So if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you can definitely send it back. But I've been using it now pretty much for the better part of this entire year, and I am loving it. I've worn it to Disney. I work out every day with it, and it's amazing. So I'll have that link for you guys, the coupon code in the description box. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, it was completely out of my comfort zone. I hope that the angles were okay and you were able to see what you needed to see. It's really hard to try to get in close to yourself when you're doing makeup and still being able to see what you're doing, and then the lighting in the bathroom is not the greatest. So hopefully it was okay and you liked it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I will try to have the products that I used linked for you guys. There's a mixture of drugstore and high-end, so you definitely can find something that will fit in your budget. And if you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram if you want to hear a little bit more about like our daily life stuff. I post on Instagram a lot more than I post on Facebook. I hardly ever post on Facebook. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I would love to see you over there, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.